All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another MLB The Show 26 stream here on Twitch. I'm next JG Gen 24, and today, sorry, and today we're going to be completing the progress in the pool programs in the World Baseball Classic pool programs that I had started. As you can see, the opening day event program is no longer here. So if you missed out on that, sorry to tell you, you missed out. But we were working on, excuse me, we were working on or the World Baseball Classic Pool P program to try and get Bryce Harper here. So what I was trying to do was the missions here that require 2 extra base hits with Rowdy Tellez, 3 hits with Fisher, get on base 3 times with Trace Thompson. We already did Henderson. We need 10 strikeouts with Contreras, and we need 2 wins with Worley. So that's about, I want to say 20 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 20. So that would put me at 99 for Bryce Harper. Of course, if you see here, it looks like that the gold cards are actually pretty close to completing this mission once again. So that would mean that I could get that done and all those missions done, and I would have Bryce Harper. So, geez, I don't know what's going on with me. I'm done being sick. I'm done. Done with it. I don't want it. And then once we're done with that, we're going to move on to the Pool D, which will require, which will need to get to. Hopefully, we could get to Juan Soto because I don't have his diamond card, so having his or his live series card, so having his World Baseball Classic card would be really good. I'm doing good, Hoopin. How are you? Wonder where the because of Tukey Hebert and Drew Jones. That's right. Okay. All right. Well, we're not focused on that right now. Let's get back to the World Baseball Classic here. Want to make sure that's my programs. Okay. Fisher, Thompson, Tellez, Henderson. Okay. All right. If you could be in here, that for if be in here as long as you can, I appreciate it. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to update you guys on. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, they won't show it. Oh, that's lame. Well, then I'll show you. So I got 3 cards P5 yesterday. That was Pete Alonso, Brennan Lau, and Luis Robert Jr. I got them all superfractored. So they are my first 3 superfractored cards. That's the other thing I wanted to update you guys on. So finally. Let's see, I was on the Central and I was going after Kansas City. So let's go after Kansas City. We're going to need Worley so we could get the win with him, and then Contreras for the strikeouts. This side tomorrow, you'll have your niece and nephew. Anything special planned for Easter weekend with them? Oh, nice. Oh, that was you, Hoopin. I thought that was SB Champ saying, "Oh, we're going to do an Easter egg hunt." I loved doing those when I was younger. We would always have it at my aunt's house. There would always be 10 eggs for each of us, and we get money out of it, like $1 for each egg. So it was fun doing the boardwalk. Well, hey, hopefully it's a nice day for it. I mean, it's nice today. This weather could keep up. That'd be great. Well, Hoopin, you know they had to lose at some point. No team has ever gotten 162 and 0. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Well, they're a team that's rebuilding, and some of the guys you're not really that familiar with, like Chase DeLauder. I've heard he's been ripping it lately. I mean, it's a young team, or they're building up some of their, or they're bringing up some of their prospects now. So this is a team that's rebuilding, and a lot of the guys the Dodgers haven't even seen. I thought Tanner Bibby was a starting pitcher. I'm trying to think of the name of the guy who nearly threw that no hitter against the Mets last year. The Guardians pitcher, I forget his name. I think I said it last year when he almost threw it, that I was kind of hoping he would have thrown it. Partly because I wanted to see history, but partly because I wanted it to be a wake up call uh for the Mets. Like, hey, you're being no hit by this pitcher on the Guardians. Like, what are you doing? Wake up, offense. What's up, Dodger? How are you? They won't. They won't, Hoopin. And you know exactly why. I'm not saying it's justified because it's coming out now more that, those allegations against him weren't really true, but he's not in the MLB and he never will be. And they don't have the rights to him. And I don't think they want the rights to him, if we're being perfectly honest. Just playing some mini seasons. Which one? The the mini threads one, the World Baseball Classic one, or the Classic one? New threads? Alright, cool. I I know Hoopin, but he's not in the MLB, and he's effectively been blacklisted. No team is going to sign him. He may continue to call for it. I see his posts on X and everything, so I see it. But the problem is that they're not going to do it. Even though those allegations were not true, okay? It doesn't matter. They know he's been out of the MLB for a long time. He's been playing baseball, yes, but he's been playing it in leagues that don't even measure up to what the MLB is. I mean, I would hope I would hope that he would realize that, but either he does and doesn't care, or he doesn't, which makes him delusional. Well, that's fine, SB Champ. Just remember that if you want to get off those overnights, every shift is an opportunity to show them that you deserve to be on working during the daytime. Just saying. Right. You know, believe me, a lot of people don't want to go to work. Yep, they won 4-2. I tell you what, I know a lot of focus was on Devin Williams, with his save yesterday, his first save as a Met. And I know that a lot of people, when the trade went down, that the Mets got Freddie Peralta, that he was the centerpiece. But I'm going to tell you what, freaking Tobias Myers may have just made that trade even better. Oh my God, he was filthy last night. Came in, struck out the side in one inning, and then he came in with like a 2-run lead and shut the door. Devin Williams or Tobias Myers was cooking. I really, you know what? If he can have even more of that, and in his starts, or in his appearances, he's only given up 1 run. So he has been solid in his career so far for the Mets. Truth be told, I'm not exactly sure. Excuse me. That, or he just has enough stuff that he can get batters to swing and miss. So I don't know if he throws heat, but I know he's got some good stuff. Good enough to strike out the side, which is the best that you could hope for from any pitcher, quite honestly. So Tobias Myers, I really like him out of the pen. I can't wait to see what he'll do. Well, you'd hope that eventually they're going to figure it out. But if they, yeah, Right now, they're facing teams that they should be beating. And so far they have. I mean, they probably should have swept the Pirates, but 2 out of 3 against them is pretty good. And they already took the first game against the St. Louis Cardinals. So they have a chance tonight to win yet another series. And then their West Coast trip continues. I mean, I think they have the D-backs coming up next. And then it's the Giants, a team that they should beat. And I believe it's also the Athletics, which is a better team. Probably the best team they're going to face on this road trip, but who's a good third baseman to use? I enjoy using Nolan Arenado's World Baseball Classic card. I like using him. Jose Ramirez is always good because he's a switch hitter. Yeah, it was not a good outing for Justin Verlander. I think he's just holding on for something that, quite frankly, he should not be holding on for. You pulled J-Ram? Nice. That's a good pull right there. I think there was another diamond that I pulled last night, but I forget who it was. It wasn't Mookie Betts. It was after Mookie. Oh, I know. It was Julio Rodriguez. That's who I pulled. Strike 3, sit down. So I pulled J-Rod. You got J-Ram, I got J-Rod. Trey Turner and Kyle Schwarber. There we go. There's Jack Caglione. So I can add him to the lineup, but that would require replacing Trace Thompson. So maybe I want to hold off on that. I could have him play left field. That would be a secondary position, or even first base. You still have 0 diamond? I thought you said you pulled a diamond. I'm going to have him replace Brandon Nimmo. And I think next up is going to be the Tigers because they're literally a straight shot right over here. 1.7 stubs, 1.7 thousand subs. I have 147,000. Oh, you did, but nothing lately. I would say so. But playing mini seasons is good because you could keep getting packs. And if you keep getting packs, you could keep selling all the duplicates you're getting. And you can sell, and then you can save up the stubs for whatever you need. Understandable on that. All right, finally, we're going to get to play on rookie. Good. I was starting to wonder if I was ever going to play on rookie with these maps. Because those are a lot easier than playing on freaking veteran, that's for sure. Ooh, me too. Me too. Give me vanilla ice cream with peanut butter cups in it. Love that ice cream. Awesome. $3.99. You should have never mentioned that you work at an ice cream shop, Poopin. There we go. There's the extra base hit that I need with Fisher. Or was that Rowdy Tellez and Fisher just needed to get on base? And Trace Thompson is going to blast this one. So his mission is now done. Actually, Vance Worley's mission is done too. Now that I think about it. Okay. But I didn't get my ice cream. No, I'm sad. It'll melt by the time it gets here. And I can't drive all the way to Delaware for ice cream. My insurance charges me for every... You're going to ship a freezer to me and put the ice cream in it? Strike three, sit down. Yeah, well, that's what SB Chip was just saying. I think it was 77 up here. So there's a bit of a 5-degree difference between apparently North and South Jersey.
Outside, that's a ball.
Or at least it was 77 in New York City. So wait, how is it hotter? Isn't Delaware further south of New Jersey? Like, wouldn't that be hotter than shouldn't that be hotter than South Jersey? Unless you guys have like clouds, which is making it colder because the sun's not breaking out. But if it's 80, I doubt that unless it's really summertime. Okay, maybe 67 for you. Humid yet 67. Interesting. I know the southwestern U.S. was experiencing a bit of a heat wave. Of course. There we go. We're back to that 6767. Still don't understand what it means. Some of these things that just go viral or just get trendy just really don't make sense to me. I tried to hold up there. Yeah. Good luck. You got me.
He's safe.
Hold on. Teams will often say 6-7 as if they're weighing things on a balance. Saying 6-7 can mean so-so or about, but the email can also be meaningless. So there might be a meaning to it. It's just all about context. But for the most part, it sounds like there is no context for this. Uh, this generation, I don't. This is why I'm not on TikTok. I don't care if it could actually help me in terms of being a streamer. I'm not putting myself on TikTok. Not at least until they officially sell uh, the app to a US based company. Strike three, sit down. Wow, that's two perfects hit by Rowdy Tellez, and yet it still does not land. I don't understand that.
Ball. That's ball two.
I mean, I'm on freaking rookie. Should be getting on base with these guys. Okay, that's fine, SB champ. If you can, good. If you can't, I totally understand. Not unless you're playing on beginner in franchise and you play every single game, then maybe you could get 162 and 0. But as far as I know, no team has ever gone undefeated in a baseball season, at least professionally. Let me see. Has there ever been an undefeated baseball season?
Throughout the history of the league, no team has ever completed a perfect season.
Has there ever been a perfect college baseball season?
30 perfect games have been thrown in Division I college baseball with the first.
Not perfect games, perfect seasons. Undefeated seasons. Has there ever been an undefeated college baseball season?
Yes, LSU Shreveport Law completed the first undefeated season in collegiate baseball history, 59-0.
There you go.
This answer is from
So there was a perfect college baseball season.
Ahí.
1959, LSU Shreveport. Bet you didn't know that. 59 and 0.
Ahí. Ball. That's upstairs.
Strike three, sit down. I don't even know how many strikeouts Contreras has at this point. Ah, there we go. We got Randy Arozarena. But the unfortunate part is, where can he go? Because I put Jack Caglione in left field. I guess I could put him in left field, but then I would have to put him at first base, which means Jorge Polanco would have to move. He could also play first base, but that's where Rowdy Tellez is. So it's only first base or left. What? Oh, I see. Okay, so Randy can only play. All right, so I'm gonna have to make some adjustments here. Figured I would have to. All right, Hoopin, you have a great day. Enjoy work. Earn that bread. Yeah, Tellez needs an extra base hit. Contreras has his strikeouts. Caglione needs 3 extra base hits, so it's either Tellez gets 1 extra base hit or Caglione gets 3. There's also Randy Arozarena. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to move Jack to second base. Or not to second, to first. We're going to take out Polanco. We're going to put in Randy Arozarena. So now this is how we're going to do it. So Arozarena, he's going to be leading off. We're going to have Caglione behind him. And then we're going to have Rowdy Tellez behind him. And I only need to complete one of these missions. Preferably, I'd like to see Rowdy Tellez get his extra base hit. But we'll see. Actually, maybe I'll take out... Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to take out Alfonso Soriano because I'm already done with the Yankees, and I'd actually like to start focusing on other teams. So Ozzy Albies might be a good addition there. Az, what's up, Az? How you doing? Long time no see. I'm doing pretty good. I'm almost done with the World Baseball Classic Pool B program. Could get I could get Mr. Bryce Harper and just wrap that up, and then the only one that's left is the World Baseball Classic D program. I mean, I like to think that it looks pretty good. But I haven't done like an official lineup, you know?
Ball. Nope.
Excuse me. Not going to be an extra base hit. All right, Tellez. One extra base hit here. We're done. Not an extra base hit, unfortunately.
Yep, that ball went out.
All right, that's at least going to get off the wall. So I'm at least guaranteed a win. There is that. boy.
Ball, that's low.
Duos? What are you talking about? Oh. Well, ass whooping, you'd have to redeem it. It's a channel reward that you can redeem. But I'm focused on pool programs right now, so. But if you redeem it, I'll do it. Yep,
Ball, that's out.
yep, I bumped it up. Inflation. No, in reality, I wanted to, I don't mind doing co-op. It's just, well, I'm done with the multiplayer program, so I don't need to do it. And, like, I don't do it for the rating. I don't care about rating.
No, he's safe.
Oh, shoot. I forgot I went with the fork ball. But, yep, that's... If I'm doing something that I think is important, I'd rather focus on that. And if someone has, shoot, step off. If someone has enough, hey, they can redeem it. I just don't want it to happen as frequently as it did last year. Last year, actually, the last couple of years, it's been happening very frequently. And I was like, it's taking me away from what I'm trying to do on stream, which is grind all these offline stuff. So I'm sorry, but if it's redeemed, then you can do it. I don't think 6,000 is too much to ask. I mean, maybe I can bump it down to 5,000, but that's about the lowest that I'm going. It should be special if you guys want to go up against me. And I also limit it to one per stream too, so that way no one's like, okay, well, I've got next. Well, you're gonna have to wait till tomorrow then.
Hey. Hey.
Strike three, sit down. Strike 3, sit down. Connor Brogdon. Didn't know he went to Cleveland. All right, so there's extra base hit right here. Come on. It's right here. I can feel it. Certainly hope so. He's been terrible for me. There we go. Thank you, Rowdy. All right, that's going to complete the B program. So when I get done with this game, I should have Bryce Harper.
Ball, that's in.
Oh, no! I didn't realize what the count was. Shoot. Oh, well. What can you do? So there's going to be new content tomorrow. That's what the MLB The Show. So it's something related to April Fool's Day. Oh, I also didn't see this. The New York Mets hired J.D. Martinez as a special advisor to baseball operations. So how cool is that JD is back with the Mets, but he's gonna be part of their organization. I'm happy to see that because JD gets a lot of credit for his time as in the Mets 2024 run. Like he wasn't all that effective, but he was a key part of it. He brought veteran leadership to the clubhouse, so that's pretty cool to see. Hopefully it works out for him. Hopefully he'll love it and he'll want to continue to be part of the Mets. Strike 3, sit down. And then the ESPN's Buster Olney is suggesting there's a rift between Juan Soto and Francisco Lindor. I mean, I'm kind of 50-50 on that. Like, I don't want to believe it, mainly because I think Juan Soto and Francisco Lindor, you know, they were together for a year last year, and it seems like they have a pretty good relationship, but at the same time, their personalities are so different that it's understandable that they might clash because Lindor is more of the easygoing, likes to have fun, kind of guy in the clubhouse, and then you have Juan Soto, who's all business when it comes to baseball. Like that's all he thinks about: baseball, baseball, baseball. And a friend of mine who's also an MLB The Show streamer, he and I were talking about this last night, and just this idea of naming a captain. And I brought up the issue that hey, the Mets might not be naming a captain because the two obvious ones are such different personalities. You know, if anything, it should be, Lindor is more deserving of it. Not because Soto is not good or doesn't deserve it either. It's just that Lindor's been with the Mets for much longer. So, in that aspect, he definitely deserves it. And he's going to be around for as long, if not longer, than Soto is, depending on what Soto does after the fifth season. But that being said, I mean, Soto, if he does decide to stick around, then he's going to be the face of the Mets. You know, it's just what Buster Olney is reporting. Like I said, I'm 50-50 on it. I don't want to believe it because I do believe that Lindor and Soto do have a good relationship. And I think this is ESPN trying to undermine the Mets because they don't like the Mets. They never have. Okay, you could tell by all the broadcasts that the Mets have had on Sunday Night Baseball. They never thought highly of the Mets. But at the same time, it doesn't surprise me because their personalities are so different. But that's okay. Like, even Carter and Hernandez, when they were named co-captains in 1987, like, there was a reason for that. Okay, they were both veterans, yes. But Carter was all business, very quiet, like, very serious. And Hernandez was more of the outgoing personality, let's say. So it worked then. Could it work now? I don't know. But honestly, if they need to have like I don't think they need to have a captain. I think Steve Cohen is right. All right, they just need to focus on playing ball, and there's no reason to create tension in the clubhouse over something like, you know, oh, does Soto deserve to be captain? Does Lindor deserve to be captain? Should they be co-captains? You know? It shouldn't really matter, in my opinion. Just go out there and play ball. Play ball and let the chips fall where they may. So, you know, kind of take it with a grain of salt because ESPN does have a bias against the Mets. I don't know why, you know, but I assume that it's the same reason that a lot of media outlets have a bias against the Mets, which is that they're trying to be like the Yankees and they don't like that. because when people think of New York, they think of the Yankees. They don't think of the Mets, but the Mets are trying to challenge that. Oh, he's not going. So I got the RBI, but just couldn't get the extra base hit. And unfortunately, they put someone on base who literally has zero speed. So it needs to be a gapper. It can't just be down the line. It's got to be a gapper. So what I'd be more worried about is what's going on with Bo Bichette. I know he had 2 RBIs in last night's game, and he even had a hit. But still, like I think what the revealing part of last night's game was, okay? They intentionally walked Juan Soto with the bases loaded to go after Bo Bichette, and it paid off for them. Albeit, if Bo had not hit it as hard, it might have not paid off for them. But it did because he hit it towards right field, and Jordan Walker caught it. So it worked out for them. But I'm just saying that might be the point where Bo is at, where they don't see him as intimidating. They don't see him as a serious threat. Sure, he had 2 RBIs last night, but still the one hit. And that's what I'd be worried about. The fact that teams are not taking Bo Bichette seriously. He may be coming through with runners on base, at least in terms of driving them in to score, yeah. But they don't take him seriously as a man who's going to come through in with a bait when a base hit is needed. That's my issue. So this whole idea of, oh, it's a breakout party for Bo Bichette, 2 RBIs. Not buying it. He needs to do more. I need to see a multi-hit game before I even start to spend a little to buy into it. I don't know if I talked about this yesterday. I might have, but there was he did a post-game interview after the loss against the Pirates where he was like, yeah, I'm surprised they didn't start booing him much. The boos didn't start coming sooner. And I hear that, I see that, and I'm like, dude, you're making a joke out of this? You're struggling to hit at the plate. Okay, up until that point, he only had 1 RBI. I don't even think he had a hit in that series against the Pirates. It's like, you're joking about this? It doesn't bother you? You're not upset about that? You're not like, I totally understand why they're booing. I want to make this right. I'm going to try and keep getting better. I'm going to try and shake off this bad slump that I'm in. Like, that's what I would have said. I would have said, hey, they have every right to boo me, which he did. but he did it in a joking manner. That's what my issue is. He did it in a joking manner. I'd rather have seen it in a serious manner. And the fact that he was also joking after a loss, I would not be doing that. Especially one where the Mets should have won.
Ball that's outside.
So I don't understand it. I really don't. I really am hoping for the best for Bo Bichette. I hate to see him struggle, and maybe it's just like what Juan Soto went through last year, where he struggled because he was still getting acclimated to, or he was still getting acclimated to being a Met. That's understandable, but you got to come through at some point. And these are teams that the Mets should be beating. So these are teams that you need to be doing well against. If you're not doing well against them, then there's a problem. How are you supposed to do against other teams that are going to be better? You know, Dodgers, Phillies, Braves, when they're healthy. The Padres, the Reds, the Cubs, the Brewers. You know? 3 total bases by Ezekiel Tovar. So that's what bothers me. Tell you what, if it keeps getting hot, if it keeps getting warm like this, it like it is in my room right now, I may start putting on my AC.
Ball.
Oh man, I thought that was gonna get out. Dang.
Now batting. The shortstop. Ezekiel.
There we go. That'll at least be 2 total bases right there.
Leading off.
I was worried. I was I thought that wasn't going to count.
That's outside.
Ah, I ruined it. Should have swung for that. I thought I would get another chance.
Ball one. No, that's foul.
Good thing I never took out my AC.
That's a ball.
It's been sitting up in my room all winter. Or up in my window all winter. So all I have to do is just plug that thing in and it'll fire right up. Assuming that the snow didn't do anything to it that would make it not work. That's my biggest concern.
That's out. Ball two.
Gone. Ezekiel Tovar. Speaking of the devil, that's who we got. Gonna put him at shortstop. Where's Gunner? Bye bye, Gunner. Should have added Spencer Horowitz as well. But I'll add him, Andrew Jones or Drew Jones to the lineup or to the bullpen as well as Hebert there. And then we'll get Sandy Alcantara, which that'll be good. And then I'm not sure if I'm going to get Juan Soto. I'd like to get him, but I may not. I mean, Jones, I'm already done with. So he's not top priority for me, but that's okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. All right. Need to pitch 1 inning, strike out a batter, but don't give up a run. Excuse me.
Ball, that's low.
Strike three, sit down. So there's the one strikeout. I don't know. Does it seem like Alcantara is like something's off about him?
Hey.
I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. Strike 3, sit down. All right, Juan Soto. And it's just going to suck to be short of Juan Soto until I could get some of the other missions done.
That's a ball.
That's gone. All right, next up, Harrison Bader. Need a hit and an RBI with him. Then we've got Vientos. I see Vientos in there. Ugh.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 2, Harrison Bader. Ball, that's out.
There we go. Very simple. Oh, I should have added Alcantara. Darn it. All right, so Vientos, we need one hit. Churio, we need one hit. Gregorius, we need an extra base hit. Yeah. And there we go. There's the one hit that I needed with Vientos. Not that I need any more Mets players. I've done the team affinity except for getting the the parallel XP with Tom Seaver. What are you swinging at, Churio? What are you swinging at? You were just waiting for that. Yeah, I figured I was going to be one short of Juan Soto. That's okay. Still could get the parallel XP with him, or still could get enough parallel XP to get to him. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Didi Gregorius a free agent? I don't think anyone, or didn't he retire? I mean, dude, if you're not going to throw a strike, then I'm not going to swing. Throw a strike and I'll swing. Come on, Severino. I would think that you would know that. Like, you pitched in the MLB. Should know how it goes. All right, there we go. That's all the moments. So now I got to go back to the lineup and add Alcantara, put Spencer Horwitz in, got to get Drew Jones, and then Dookie Hebert needs to be in my bullpen. And then we'll grind for Juan Soto, Harrison Bader, Mark Vientos, Jackson Churio. All for Didi. All right, let's do it. So, right field, Drew Jones. First base, Spencer Horwitz. Where is he? There he is. Shortstop, Tovar. Sandy Alcantara. And then take out I guess Helsley. Yeah, Helsley, will take out Helsley. And put in, where's Hebert? That's Tommy Kale. Here he is. All right, so do a little rearranging here. Drew Jones is going to lead off, followed by Ezekiel Tovar, Spencer Horowitz. Have anyone else? Is it just those three? Yeah, it's just those three. Okay. If it's just those three, then it is what it is. I'm going to take out Max Clark too. Let's see, who can I put in? Maybe Alec Thomas? And then I'll keep Fisher in because I need to work on the Brewers. Ozzy I'll keep in. Tellez, isn't he? He's So as I think is Pittsburgh, so a lot of lefties in this one. And you know what? I think I'm also going to throw in some of the pitchers that I need to get parallel XP with. Like maybe I'll work on Seaver, and I'll also throw in Burt Blyleven so that we could get that done and over with. So let's see. Uh, Jolt. There we go. Okay, so only, yeah. And I already got those guys. So good. Good, good, good. Don't think I have any relievers. I mean, I could add Adam Jones. I think he's the only one that I need for the for the Orioles. So sorry, Alec, you're done, or you're actually not going to be in. Okay, I think we're good now. So let's go. Let's get back to Conquest. Oops, that's mini seasons. I don't want to hop into that. All right, so I could either head towards the White Sox or I can head towards the Pirates. Well, I think the 3 million fans here is going to be a problem if I don't deal with it. All right, so 10 strikeouts with Sandy Alcantara. Not to mention we need to get a few more innings pitched with Hebert. And then Drew Jones doesn't need any missions with him. Actually, since I only need innings pitched um with Hebert, then I don't really need to get the save with him. So I could just go Alcantara, Hebert, and then just go with either Seaver or Blyleven and just get more parallel XP with them. Now that I think about it, I think that might be the better option to do.
That ball's foul.
Too slow.
He's out.
Even with that deep backstop, not enough. That's going to get caught.
Ball, that's in. Out.
Yikes, Jake Mangum. That's speed, man. That's why he's on their team. Strike 3, sit down. Strike 3, sit down. All right, so 2 strikeouts with Sandy Alcantara. That's pretty good. Nice, a ground rule double for Murakami. Ouch. Well, I think it's just because I've been grinding with a lot. There were a lot of Yankees to grind, and I ended up getting. That was the first one I ever got done. Was the Yankees ones? The Tigers, that helped too because I think they had a lot of cards as well, especially Max Clark. And then I was obviously trying to work on the Mets, but the only way I was going to get the Mets done is by doing is by getting the batters. And I should have grinded this program a lot sooner because there are multiple Mets to be had here. You know, Juan Soto, Mark Vientos should have just grinded here. Should have started with this program, and I would have had the team affinity done for the Mets a lot sooner. You're working on Angels and Rangers? Nice. Tovar is getting on it. He's getting on it, but he's just off by a hair. I mean, Tovar would be good for the Rockies team affinity. He'd be their best hitter. And then you also have Charlie Condon, too, from the Spring Breakout program or the Spring Breakout Pack. A lot of people forget that. Like, if you go to the Spring Breakout Pack, if you get those, like, you could get all those guys and you could get a lot of good players that are on those teams. And that can help in your team affinity. But a lot of people forget that. Because I think they'd have to earn it through they'd have to earn it by doing conquests, and I don't think a lot of people want to do conquests. Strike 3, sit down. Nimmo should definitely help you. The new threads Nimmo, that can help you. I mean, even with the Mets, like, just do the new threads program because you could get Polanco, you could get Bichette, you could get Semien, you could get Peralta. Well, Peralta was part of the opening day event program. Strike 3, sit down. You only have silvers? Yeah, you're definitely going to need Nimmo. So, unfortunately, you're going to have to play. You're gonna have to play on All-Star in the new threads mini seasons in order to get Nimmo. I mean, for the White Sox, it's only Murakami. That's why I went with him, because I knew he was going to be the only good White Sox player aside from what was in the spring breakout program, if there were any. I mean, I kind of figured that the Braves were going to have some diamonds later on. And maybe the White Sox will too. You know, actually, you could use Kyle Teal too, because I think he's in the World Baseball Classic.
Oh, that's off the plate.
When I get done with this game, I'll go over which cards you can get, fairly easy for the Angels and Rangers. If Mike Trout wasn't supercharged, I would tell you to go buy him on the marketplace, because he's actually really cheap.
Take your base.
Oh, you already finished the White Sox? Nice. For as well as I'm doing with Andrew Fisher, I'm kind of surprised I don't have the Brewers team affinity nearly done. Angels, I think, Arrighetti from the World Baseball Classic. You could get him, and that could help you with the pitching missions for the Angels. I don't know if you have Arrighetti yet, but you should have him. He'll definitely help you in that regard. Oh, you just finished them? Oh, okay. What's up, Bubbles? How are you? Mex, are you trying to say like, is that like a play on my name, but as a Mets fan? Or was it just a typo? All right, 1 inning with Hebert. 1 inning, and that's all I need. Yep, whatever works. Strike 3, sit down. Strike 3, sit down. Okay, so it's the Rangers that you're struggling with. Okay. Well, now that I'm done with with this game here, I'll go back to my inventory and I'll see what kind of Rangers players you can pick up that'll help you. Hey, look at that! Got Juan Soto. Oh, add him. Sorry, Arosarena. You're gone. And we also got Anibal Sanchez too for the Marlins. All right, let's take a look at that inventory. Oh, there were some golds that I picked up. Any golds that I see that yeah, I'll just quick sell them. So Rangers, the Golds, you could have, or Corey Seager, Wyatt Langford, Brendan Nimmo. Yeah, you would need to get a kick. I don't know. Is Palmero Pudge is the live series, so there's really not a lot. You would need Nimmo. Yeah, you would need Nimmo. New Threads Nimmo. So sorry. That's your only option unless you have Wyatt Langford and Corey Seager. Corey Seager is expensive, though. Actually, I do want to check a couple programs like the Brewers. What's going on there? Why am I not making any progress here? I still need hits with them, so I don't need pitching anymore from the Brewers. That's already done. But I do need hits. And then I got to work on getting CC Sabathia. Uh-oh. All right, now we're going to head west towards Cincinnati. Keep going with Sandy Alcantara. Need to keep getting parallel XP. Even though I already have Juan Soto, should still try to get some parallel XP. I was kind of hoping it would have hit the bag. Oh well. 3-4-1 ground out.
Ball.
There we go. A nice extra base hit for Horowitz. Unless he can't get in there safely, he does. Now let's see what Juan Soto can do.
Ball.
Juan Soto's going to drive in Horowitz.
That's a ball. Nope, ball. No, that's up.
All right, come on now. Soto, can you score? Yes, you can. Juan Soto. Andrew Fisher with the RBI single. What's up, gamer? How are you? Nice. Which two teams are that?
That's a ball.
I know it's not the Yankees because you told me you got Judge. So I'm assuming it's the Dodgers. But what's the other team? Or one of them is the Dodgers. But what? Ah, the Mets. Well, good luck. That's all I'll say. Nice. Pretty high sellers, those ones. I don't even think I have any of the collections done, but I did pull Julio Rodriguez last night in a ball in his habit pack. So, that's one of the Seattle Mariners diamonds down.
He out wide.
Oh, man. Alcantara is struggling to get those strikeouts. Oh, Drew. I'm also struggling with Tovar as well. Not he's just getting unlucky with some of his hits. Like there were a couple that if they were just hit a little bit harder, like he could have gotten some of the base hits. Not that one. That was clearly not the case.
That's a ball. That's down.
But I mean, like earlier in the game, he had that pitch or he had that hit that the ball went off the first baseman's glove, and then the second baseman backed him up, threw it over to first to the pitcher covering, and he was out. Those are the kinds of hits I'm talking about. What's up, Ray? How are you? Yeah, I heard. 7 runs by Justin Verlander.
He's out. Hee-haw.
I think he held on for way longer than he should have. Honestly, he should have just taken his 3,000 strikeout, whatever he had, whatever milestone he got last year, and called it a career. I figured he wanted to retire as a Tiger, but there are contracts. There are like 10-day contracts that you can sign with teams in order for that to be the case. 6 round of the time. Well, wait, weren't they in Arizona? So why was the whole stadium booing if the fans should be happy that the D-backs are scoring 7 runs?
Ball.
I don't get that. One of those games should be Scooble, right?
That's a ball. That's a foul. No, that missed. That's a ball.
Strike 3, sit down. Possibly a school bowl tomorrow? Okay. I mean, I'm getting hits with Soto, but I'm pretty sure they don't want hits. I'm pretty sure I have to get extra base hits or even a home run or two. And I agree with you, gamer, that mini seasons is a lot more fun this year. Because now you don't have to play 28 games in a mini seasons. You could just do 7. And they're all at home. So you could literally play at blank canvas and hit home runs. Well, at least you'll get to see Scooble. Tigers fans will get their first look at Valdez playing in Detroit, his first start in Detroit as a Tiger. You're almost P4 with Felix? Wow. I don't even have Felix. Okay, so that should be fun.
Ball. That's in.
It's a lot. Ooh. Rip. Hopefully you weren't doing that 7-game mini seasons because every win really matters for playoffs. Otherwise, you may have to restart.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Well, it's pretty early. Okay, okay. Look at Adam Jones. God, I love using him in the lineup. I may actually get the team affinity done with him for the Brewers. I'm sorry, did I say Brewers? I meant Orioles. Excuse me. I keep thinking about the Brewers. So they're still having issues. I mean, the biggest issue that I've noticed was every time I go to the play screen, the play menu for the game, like it always seems like it's gonna freeze, and I'm worried about that. Hopefully, they can release a patch that would help with that because I don't want it to freeze and then I can't play any more games.
That's a ball low.
Strike three, sit down.
Heck what?
Strike three, sit down. All right, so I don't need any more innings with Hebert. You got. No, I always felt like it was an issue. Like throughout the year, I've been pretty nervous. Uh, what was oh yes, I wanted to check on this. Okay, so we're at 67. Hurwitz needs another extra base hit. 3 hits with Tovar. I need 4 more strikeouts with Alcantara. Yeah, that's what I thought. I need extra base hits with Soto. Uh, does Bader play any other position besides he could play right? Oh no, wait, I have Drew Jones there. I don't have anyone at DH though. I could play Bader at DH. If I ever get to Bader, we'll see. I gotta get more strikeouts with Alcantara. If I'm not playing on rookie for this game against the Chicago White Sox, then I'm just gonna. Oh, good. I can at least play a rookie. But I was gonna say if I couldn't, then I would end the turn and just add on more fans so that I could play on rookie. Whoa, the game got all glitched out. They put Luis Angel Acuna on my team. Drew Jones with the home run. I mean, he didn't really need it, but it helps with the parallel XP I need with golds.
Inside, ball one.
Yep. I mean, you literally get one free show pack every 5 wins. Which, even in 7 games mini seasons,
Nope.
you could get that done like twice. So you would get at least 2 free show packs.
That's out.
Strike 3, sit down. Alright, so there's 1. Strike 3, sit down. And there's 2.
Ball, that's just out.
Maybe it's a Nintendo Switch issue.
That's ball two.
Okay.
Ball.
Adam Jones, man, this guy. Dude's getting a lot of parallel XP just by playing. You're never going to let me live that down, are you? Figures. You make one mistake and people hold it against you for the rest of your life. He ain't getting to P5. Not gonna lie, I kind of want to get Tom Seaver in because well, yeah, let's get Seaver in. If we get, then we can at least get some parallel XP with him, and if we score a run in the next thing, then we'll get the save with him.
Nope.
Well, when I get Sean Figgins, I'll have to test it out for myself. Strike 3, sit down. Come on, Tovar, you need to get a hit.
That's a ball.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, I went to work, so I wasn't even here. But I wanted to get my Twitch pack, which, by the way, I've never gotten it. I've not gotten a single Twitch pack, even though I was in for your streams, gamer. They're not giving me Twitch packs. Soto. Again. Extra base hits. Extra. Meaning a double. A triple. You got me. I have not gotten them. I figured it was just a me issue because I was constantly watching my stream. But for some reason they're not paying it out to me in your streams. And I don't understand.
Nope. Outside.
Yeah, should be. I mean, I stream from my console, so it should work. Strike 3, sit down. Okay, so how do I check that? Strike 3, sit down. Strike 3, sit down. Wow, Hebert really put on a show, striking out the side. He does that more often. A lot more parallel XP. There we go. Bryce Rayner from the Detroit Tigers. Okay. Uh, all right. Let's take on the Cardinals. I should also note that by me getting these strongholds, now I'll have enough cards to be able to get Connor Griffin. Not that I need him because I need the parallel XP with Brett or Burt Blyleven. So I don't even need Connor Griffin. Finally, Tovar gets a hit. I was starting to wonder if he was going to get a hit at all. All right, SB Champ. Hopefully tonight goes well for you. Have a good night at work. Well, there's the extra base hit that I needed with Spencer Horowitz. So at least that's done.
1.
Strike 3, sit down. Don't know if I have the strikeouts with... I don't think so. I don't think I have the strikeouts with Alcantara. Because I think I only got 2 in the last game. Now that's 3. So he needs 1 more.
Ball 1. Nope, that's inside.
I wonder who's on the mound for the Mets tonight. It's Senga. That's right, it's Senga. And then Friday should be Wednesday. Well, hopefully Senga can do well tonight. Let's see.
Inside, ball 1.
Alante. He's going up against Alante. Uh-oh. That may be a double play. No. Drew Jones manages to beat it out. Nice. Ezekiel Tovar with yet another base hit. I had a hard time getting base hits with him. Now in this game he's gotten 2 for me. At least I could go another inning with Sandy Alcantara. Try to get, another strikeout or 2.
Ball inside. Ball, that's out.
Strike 3, sit down. All right, come on, Alcantara. Strike 3, sit down. That should probably get me Harrison Bader right there. That's gone. All right, Seaver. Give me a couple strike. Get me some parallel XP here.
Hey, two. No, inside. Nope, outside. Inside, ball 3.
Strike 3, sit down. Most devastating loss by a team. Jeez. I'm looking at something that's trending on Twitter. This all the boss posted asking what the most devastating loss was. I mean, for a sports team that I've seen in my lifetime, and I mean the clear cut answer for the Mets is Carlos Beltran looking at strike 3 down the middle, 12-6 curve that ended the Mets playoff run in 2006.
Nope, ball 1.
Got him. For my Jets, it would have to be the loss. The I'm going to put one that's more recent. I'll put the game against the Buffalo Bills in 2015. Yeah, the one against in the AFC Championship um against the Pittsburgh Steelers, that was pretty tough. But 2015 should have been the year that the Jets got back to the playoffs, and they blew it in Buffalo. They blew it. Gosh, I hate to move Murakami, but I need Bader. There we go. Liam Doyle. All right, so we'll finish up this part of the map. Thought for a minute there maybe the game had been frozen. Wow. Went down from freaking 50 million to 40 million in a blink of an eye. It's crazy. Almost done here. Got a lot of packs to open up too. Perfect. All right. It's not really gonna matter. There we go. So now let's open up those packs. Holy mackerel. Look at all those show packs. Nice, Gregory Soto. Okay, that works for me. Ozzy Albies, very good. Josh Naylor. And Michael Bush, too. All right, let's see what show packs can reveal. I love that. The evil laugh. That's hilarious. Whoa, does anyone see that? Whoa. That is crazy. That might be the craziest card I've ever seen in MLB The Show ever. Wow. I think I gotta hold on to that one. I that's quite a glitch there. Got Murakami. The only new card was a free agent. Mark Canna. Poor guy. Loved him as a Met. Nice, a gold. Riley Green. 685, so I'll list them for 684. Nice, Jordan Westberg. All right, so that's a gold Oriole that I have now to my collection. Come on, Diamond. Diamond, please. Diamond would be nice. All duplicates. All right, last pack. Nothing. Got Ian Happ, so a new silver for the Cubs, but nothing besides that. All right. So we got Jesus May, we got Lazaro Montes, we got Jamie Arnold, Michael Arroyo. So do Jesus Made and Lazaro Montes, and then the other two will collect. Um, the other two will collect for to have it done. You know. All right. So there's Connor Griffin. Ooh, is there an? Oh yes. Cool. So we could actually get one more show pack. Love it. I'm thinking Adam Jones. Yeah, so we'll collect him. And World Baseball Classic. Oh, we got 10. Holy cow. But we got Pete Crow Armstrong. Not going to get to Miguel Garcia, unfortunately. Not unless they start giving more not unless they start giving more opportunities to earn more cards. There's a lot in the ranked seasons that I haven't gotten to. Nice. And we got 1,200 subs for that, so that's cool. Need about 15 more for the jerseys for minor leagues. Oh, yeah. That's the other thing, too, I wanted to tell you guys. I got Forbes Field in a pack. So, Forbes Field, my first classic stadium, Forbes Field. Anyway, just wanted to share that. Postseason? No. Is it rookie? No. Spring breakout? I guess, but anyway, let's get over here. Got some cards to collect. Oh, there we go. Jason Dominguez. Boston is here we go. Was that Connor Wong? Orioles. Yeah, Jordan Westberg. I swear that's the glitchiest card I think I've ever seen. And Reese Hoskins is really on the Guardians? I thought he was a Brewer. Anyway, I do want to get to I do want to continue on and try to get this um or try to get the oh no. Yep. All right. Well, that's a stupid way to finish off this stream. That's not really how I wanted it, but it is what it is. Sorry guys, it looks like that's where I'm gonna have to end the stream. I don't like to normally end it this early, especially on a day when I'm off, so I could have gotten the full 3 hours. In fact, I was planning on doing that, but unfortunately the game is not cooperating with me, and I'm not gonna stream another 20 minutes. So that's going to do it for me, guys. So thank you to everyone who tuned in. Even if it was only for a moment, I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me here on Twitch and or subscribe. Either one would make me a happy person. If you're watching this on YouTube, I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you like the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on X at TTV Next JG Gen 24. It's my gamer tag, so go give me a follow. I'll usually post whenever I go live. You can also turn on notifications here on Twitch. That way Twitch sends you an email every time I start up a stream. Overall, I mean, we got the B pool program done. We got a lot of progress in the D program in the D pool. Still gotta get through it. I think we're just under 3/4 of the way through it. Um, I don't know what April Fool's content they're gonna be dropping tomorrow, but I guess we're gonna have that to look at. So what I might do is that off stream, I might just continue on with this grind and just try to get as much of it done as I can. I hate to do that, and I like to finish programs on stream, but this is taking way too long. The World Baseball Classic has been done for like 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks now, and I need to get moving, especially if there's going to be new stuff that'll take up more of my time. So I'll let you know what happens tomorrow. So I hope to see you all on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And until then, guys, have a good night.